Well, there have been recent reports about the new home market slowing down in Southwest Florida. Could be bad news for home builders, but great news for home buyers. Talk about why this is happening with our real estate expert, Denny Grimes from Denny Grimes and Company. Glad you're here this morning. So what do we got going on?
Well, I hate to have kind of a no one really likes it, I told you so attitude. However, we had talked about this way back in February about the existing home market starting to slow.
Right.
And had a couple reports since then. And now the media is starting to report about the new home builders slowing. And so it's not new. The builders have basically been tracking their numbers. What's new is that the media is starting to report it. And the big news is, and what we have to watch is, as the media reports it, it will actually make the situation a little bit worse.
So what's happening with this market shift exactly? What is going on that kind of caught up with what we started to talk about months ago?
Well, everyone's trying to pin out what really is taking place. And number one is markets kind of go up and down. The market's been going up. It can't go up all the time. It's going to go down a little bit. I don't think it's the election. But the bottom line is what we're seeing is a pushback nationally from buyers. They're not near as rabid about buying. It could be a confidence issue, could be pricing issues here, but we're seeing a lot of pushback on buyers, particularly in certain price range. So the leading edge of the shift is here. We've felt it in the existing home market since the last quarter of last year. Now it's starting to be felt in the building permit market. So what builders are doing is they're seeing it slow. They're not pulling as many permits because they don't want inventory sitting. But that spells a great opportunity for a buyer right now in this marketplace because, you know, I know buyers want to sit on the fence, particularly if prices are softening, but their best buying opportunity is going to be right now in an existing home because, as the news report talked about, is the incentives the builders are giving.
Right.
Free pools and, you know, maybe a trip to Bermuda, a Mercedes, who knows what. But there's many opportunities out there for buyers that are looking for a new build.
If you're on top of the wave at the right time, then you get the deal.
Right. And now we're not talking about a crash, of course. We're talking about a correction. And as it happens across the country, and because we're a feeder market of the national, we're going to see it more. So the media's not reporting this yet, but they will. And when they start to report it, they'll probably over-report. And buyers will make the mistake. They'll sit on the fence thinking there's going to be another crash. And that's not going to be the case.
Yeah, that's what happens when the word gets out. We may think or feel it, but when people start to hear it, then they react. Yes,
and another important point is that the shift will not affect all segments in the market. Every location has what I call a sweet spot. Mm-hmm. In Lee County, it may be under $300,000, and Collier County may be under $500,000. Those markets will move, won't be affected. It's the outlying markets that will be affected more than the sweet spot markets.
So a little low, a little high. You could feel this more than the average home around this area.
So the news is sellers in those outlying markets, you have to get competitive because you're no longer the king of the road. Mm-hmm. Buyers, be watching. Opportunity is going to present itself, and you know the best buying opportunities for new construction may be in the months ahead.
All right, good advice, Denny. Thanks for coming in. Wink News This Morning. I'll be right back.